that I try to run from the love. It's like I fall right back into your arms. No, I can't live without you.
All right, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios, tracking the weather across Arkansas, Oklahoma, southwest Missouri. This is a look at the Holiday Island, Arkansas camera. And you can see it's a little bit breezy out there. This is in our northeast counties of Arkansas. And you can see it is beautiful, besides maybe some gusty winds from time to time. Otherwise, today's going to be one of the warmest days that we've had so far this year for many locations. In fact, here's a look at what we got with those afternoon temperatures. As you can see, afternoon highs are going to be anywhere from the upper 80s into the upper 90s area wide. So today, the moral of the story is if you're working outside, if you're going to, be outside for prolonged, timing outside, make sure that you're staying hydrated. Make sure that you're taking breaks in the AC, because not only is it hot, it's also going to be humid out there. So just take care of yourself. Otherwise, great afternoon to get out to the pools, poolside, any of the area lakes, rivers, anything like that, because we've got summer-like weather. So we've got a little bit of a pattern change on the way. We'll walk you through that here in just a little bit. But for this afternoon, some of the warmer spots are going to be the River Valley and Oklahoma, as we're going to be anywhere between 95 to 97 between Tulsa and Stillwater, Oklahoma. Otherwise, right around the lower to mid-90s area wide, and maybe a couple upper 80s in southwest Missouri. So there will be a couple cooler locations like Branson, Joplin, even Clarksville. Otherwise, River Valley, mid, even some upper 90s are expected today. Overnight tonight, it's going to be another warm one. We're expecting those lows anywhere from, the lower to the mid 70s in Oklahoma, the River Valley, right around the lower 70s for southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas as well. So it's going to be another warm and humid start to the day tomorrow. Now, there are going to be some rain chances today, and maybe even a chance for a isolated strong to severe storm or two. So that being said, it's going to be very similar to what we've seen the last, several days across the area. And here's a look at those rain chances as well, where you're not going to be expecting widespread severe weather, but there's going to be that potential that maybe one or two pop-up storms develop. Not everyone's going to see storms. Certainly not everyone's going to see severe weather. But if you get a couple of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms to develop, that's when you get the opportunity for maybe one or two of those, with the heating and some of the other factors at play, including instability. Bless you, Chase. And if you have those ingredients, you get sometimes a couple strong to severe storms. So if you heard that sneezing in the background, that's my co-forecaster, Chase, the weather dog. He is currently playing with a couple different toys in the background. So that's a look at the rain chances today. Notice nothing widespread, but keep in mind, even if your area is not highlighted by a rain chance this afternoon, that doesn't mean that you won't see rain. Not everyone's going to see rain and storms. Certainly not going to see severe weather, but we'll show you a future scan here in just a second on why I'm saying keep an eye on it, even outside of where those rain potential areas are highlighted. Now, if we do see rain today, a couple tenths of an inch, maybe up to as high as an inch of rainfall will be possible with some of the heavier activity, but we're not seeing that widespread rain. Now, here's a look at what we got with the overall pattern for today. We have a couple boundaries up to the north as of midday, and we even have some shower and thunderstorm activity across portions of Nebraska, across portions of Kansas, and off to the east near Chattanooga, Tennessee. But notice there's a couple of those boundaries in a cold front up to the north and to the east. Now, this is going to bring us some cooler temperatures here in the next couple of days. You'll see the impact of that here as we make our way into the 7-day forecast momentarily. Here's a look at future scan radar for the rest of the day today. Now, this is 4 or 5 o'clock, a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms possible in our eastern counties and maybe in our western counties as well. By the time we get to 7, 8 o'clock, a couple showers and thunderstorms will be developing kind of along one of those boundaries. And then we could see maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but certainly nothing widespread. Just a couple opportunities for some showers and thunderstorms. Then tomorrow morning, as we're making our way into the morning commute very early, right around 4 or 5 o'clock, a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms along I-40 and to the south. And then, as we make our way into the later morning, there could be additional activity further to the north and west near Bartlesville. So that's a look at future scan radar. Here's a look at something else that's a bit of an issue. We have regional allergens that are off the charts in some categories like mold. And that doesn't surprise me because we've had so much rain recently. And when you factor in all the humidity we've had, when you factor in all of the warm temperatures, it's one of those tricky things where, yeah, parts of our area is in a drought, but with all the humidity, we haven't been able to dry out from the activity that's kind of lingering on the surface. So you're going to lead to some mold problems pretty quickly. The other thing, grass pollen, weed, tree, and even the air quality are in the moderate to even high levels. So there's a couple issues in terms of our atmosphere outside of rain and storm potential. We're talking allergens, and this is never fun, I got to say. I'm already sick and tired of this allergy season so far. That's a look at what we've got there. Overall, today into tonight, we should be mostly dry for a large portion of the area. It's not until we get to around 5 o'clock or so later on where we could see a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms. Certainly not everyone's going to see this activity, and not everyone's going to see severe weather. Not everyone's going to see rain. It's just one of those evenings where we've got some of the ingredients at play. It's better to just keep an eye on it just in case. Other than that, the cold front that we were talking about, notice by the time we get to tomorrow, it's going to be cooler. And then Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to notice, those temperatures a little bit more steady, right around the upper 80s area wide, maybe some lower to mid 80s in northwest Arkansas. And then the quiet pattern that we're enjoying, it's not super quiet because like we said, we've got a couple chances for some pop-up showers and storms. But by the time we get to Friday, all the way into the weekend, we have daily rain and thunderstorm chances returning. We are kind of in a blocking pattern right now, but it's not a super significant blocking pattern where we're going to be hot and dry and it's going to last for weeks until, something eventually builds up to push it out of the way. We have a couple waves that'll move through that'll lead to some issues here and there, nothing significant or widespread over the next several days. And then we see the rain chances return by the time we get to the weekend. Same with Northeast Oklahoma. Today is going to be the hottest day on the 7-day forecast. One of the hottest days we've seen so far this year. So the best thing to do today, make sure that you're protecting yourself from the heat. Stay hydrated. Make sure that you're taking breaks in the shade and, in the AC, and making sure that you're not, impacted by the heat if you're out for a long exposure outside. The other thing too, as a dog owner and everything along those lines, protect your pets. Today is not going to be the best afternoon to be walking your pets. I would wait until later this evening to walk the dog. It's going to be a little bit too hot, to say the least, on the surface. Even if it's not, asphalt, it's going to be enough of a problem where some of those surfaces outside are going to be way too hot for your pet's paw pads and everything like that. So wait until later this evening when things cool down pretty good to let the dogs out. The other thing too, people always, ask for heat safety with dogs and everything along those lines. That's the best thing to do, is just keep them inside throughout the day. Of course, they can play in the yard, but make sure that they have plenty of water, and probably not the best afternoon to walk the dogs. Also, be sure, do not leave your kids or your pets in an unattended vehicle today with this heat. It can be deadly. Southwest Missouri, I'm going to wrap it up here, and you can see, same thing. Consistent temperatures going forward with some rain chances on the way. That's your midday forecast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you own a local business and you want to advertise with us, head on over to weather225.com. You can hit our advertise with us page. We've got all the information there. We'll share more with you if you reach out and contact us as well, so we can, schedule something and hopefully work with your brand or your company. So be sure to email us, visit the website for all the information. The other thing too, if you're a viewer and you want to support us, share these updates. It helps us tremendously. Have a good one. If you like our media and forecast, be sure to support us today on Patreon. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather225 since 2015.